Welcome back, guys. I just lost the past hour of footage that I just recorded, and I was planning on finishing the game today. It's like 5 p.m. I want to sleep early so I can wake up early, and now I'm just... Man, I'm not getting that footage back. It doesn't matter. Okay. So, you see I have these two, right? So... let's hope that this doesn't go wrong, right? Let's hope... because my new save files are from when I was playing just a while ago. Is it gonna work? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Oh, you guys didn't see it before, but Sayori was supposed to be here, and then she went like, "Whoa!" She wasn't there, obviously. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I'm gonna lose a lot of commentary from before, because I'll think I already said it, and I won't want to say it again. But it doesn't really matter. It's better anyway. I shouldn't be speaking that much. I guess I have no choice but to start with Anime Club. But the problem is, now I know all the jump scares, and now I won't be as freaked out as before, and oh, fuck! No, never mind! Okay. I knew that was coming. Why did I get freaked out? But there are certain parts where I'm just completely... Man, I already deleted the voice recording. You're never getting that. It's okay. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Fuck you. Anyway, yeah, it has. Monica smiled sweetly. We didn't know each other, well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Well, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but an argument, arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Low-key, I remember now what I said, before. I remember why me and my friends, when we were playing this back then, started giving the girls each random voices and calling each other random names. It's because all the lines start repeating, at this point. Of course, it's like also uncanny at certain parts, but you know, when you're reading it out loud like this, it starts to get a little repetitive, you know. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. So I'm probably just gonna skim over these lines, you know, as fast as I can. I'm not gonna skip them or cut them out because I feel like you guys should see it. But yeah, in that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Alert! I knew that was coming. Oh my fucking god, stop it. My friend asked one time, why are you so scared of horror games? How do you get scared in horror games? Cause they're just a fucking game. I don't know. Don't you get immersed, you know, in whatever media you're watching, reading, playing? I can do this, I'm fine. A literature club. A literature? That sounds kind of dull. I guess it's a good thing my memory is so bad, because I just don't remember these jump scares. Or actually, no, it's even worse now. Because before, I would be expecting the jump scares. Now I think that I know the jump scares, so I'm not expecting things. Fuck, this is so counterintuitive. How many members do you have so far? Actually, it's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. I'm sorry, sometimes I mess up the lines. You're just gonna have to get used to it. Well, I can see that, but it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything, reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga's literature too. I'd say manga is literature, you know? I feel like a lot of things that you don't consider to be regularly literature should be considered literature. Like video games, for example. I feel like there's a lot of literary video games, which is kind of... I did an entire essay on it. But yeah. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. I mean, besides, members of Hember, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, August. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? You know I am. You literally know I am. Stop lying. I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club. It would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, August, you know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look forward to the materials another time. You're more important. Dude, I need to be like Monica. I need to get like... I need to become like extroverted. It's not like my clubs are lacking members per se. Actually, one of them is lacking attendance more than anything. Not members. But... man. I'm not a good leader. I need to start working on my clubs actually. For new school year. I don't want to become one of those slacker seniors who don't do any work. Obviously I know like the seniors are busy with college applications still. I mean, if you're president, you know, you should act like it. Whatever. Can't be too salty. It might be me next year. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I thought it was cupcakes before. Previous act, you know? I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs the section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. I miss Sayori. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. I miss Sayori. So bad. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Ah! Why are my reactions even more exaggerated than before? Am I faking this? Am I subconsciously acting like this? I think I'm subconsciously acting more scared to make up for the fact. It definitely, because I definitely felt more physically scared before. Oh, I'm so performative. I guess. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. But I do remember that jump scare. I just didn't remember it before. For some reason. Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, August. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Interesting. Vice president now? It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. It's interesting how the dynamics change. Second time around without Sayori here. Yeah, it's nice to be beat. I do not beat women. I am not a woman beater. I love women. It's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into August in the classroom and decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. I was freaking out over this during my previous recording. Was she going to make me cupcakes? I want cupcakes. Sorry, I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Ugh. I need some tea. Why don't you come sit down? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, my voice literally gave out during my last recording. Not like last recording, but like the last uploaded video with, I think, 2 hours of recording. So I had to wait like a day or two before I'm recording again, like now. It's hot. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. I drank some Chinese medicine. I don't know what it is, but it's really good. It tastes great. It's like loquat. I don't know. Is that made up? I think it might be made up. It's like honey, loquat. I don't know. It's kind of like ginger. There's probably ginger in there too. But it's pretty good. It's good for your throat. I would recommend it. I don't know it's like nin joam pei pa kao, something like that. Please don't quote me on that. I think it's a dialect or something. I don't know. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. I miss Yuri. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. This is going to be a repeat of before, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people they're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate, right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down a teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself. I should probably do it. I should probably do some reading while drinking some tea. It's too bad I'm playing video games! Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. I was like, let me actually lean back on my chair. My back hurts. I don't know if it's age. It's probably not age. What the fuck am I saying? Of course it's not age. I'm only 17. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. Well, I guess I am turning 18 soon. That's kind of crazy to think about, bro. I'm not gonna release a birthday song. That's too much. It'd be funny to release because I have some demo versions because I'm building up my portfolio for college. Going into game design, not fine arts. I don't want to do fine arts, man. I mean that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, August, what kind of things do you like to read? Oh, well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Gotta keep myself hydrated. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. Okay, sorry, I want to open up some goldfish. I'm hungry. I'm hungies. I'm not going to eat dinner. I already ate lunch. Okay, even if you don't eat Even if you eat lunch, you should still eat dinner. It's just me, okay? I just have a whacked up eating schedule. What? Spain won? Yeah, I saw it was 1-0 with Argentina. What was this final score? What? It's not a final, is it? Sorry, I'm playing
It is the
DDLC.
final.
It is the final?
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
Oh, Pete! Get your fucking ass off the bed. I'm recording. I'm gonna leave this in. All my 100 viewers are gonna
Why
see.
are you playing Doki Doki today?
Because get out of my room! Alright, now that menace is out of the recording. Oh. This recording is going to be so long due to a different reason, and that is to me eating goldfish in the middle of recording. And also, World Cup just ended. You guys are probably gonna know that. Obviously, you guys are gonna know it. This is gonna be posted like 3 weeks later when the World Cup has already ended, like before. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Yeah, I expect that from you, Yuri. You guys are gonna be so mean to me. I feel like at least some of you will be mean to me for not watching the final of the World Cup and instead claiming up in my room to record DDLC and also losing the footage of that recording and then re-recording. Damn it! If I knew I was gonna fuck it up, I probably should just watch the World Cup. Well, I don't really follow soccer anyways, and my parents are watching. I don't want to talk to them, so yeah, whatever. This is your personality. Oh, is that so? Hold up a sec. I mentioned this last time, but didn't Monica say that it was unexpected of Yuri to... Did Monica say it was unexpected? Really, if the story makes me think or take me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Serial horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. It's easier for me to speak when I'm not trying to enunciate each word or not word, each consonant, I feel, and just letting it flow off my tongue, but obviously that's not the best. I hate horror. Well, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. Yeah, I still don't get what that means. Is it about liking manga? Because I feel like there's horror manga. Of course there's horror manga, but whatever. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud and give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. I mentioned this last time, but I don't particularly agree with the sentiment. But of course, it's fine for people to have different, opinions on what art should be or what the truest form of art is. But to me, it just feels like if you're writing for yourself, keep it to yourself, If you're writing for audience, share it with an audience. It's like achieving your message, achieving your goal is what ultimately art is about, in my opinion. Of course, I don't know. It doesn't matter, I guess. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. And both of them don't want to, and I guess the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Oh, you see, down here it says skip because I already did the stuff. I don't know why I did just notice that. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well? Hold on, there's still one problem. What is it? Now that we reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought, and all three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, August. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. Yeah, maybe try harder. I'm sorry, I'm being so mean to Monica. And if we don't find one more before the festival... Sorry, was that a spoiler? I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I because I played through this game, so I know a lot more about the story, and I've also watched a lot of analysis videos even before I played the game. Also, this game is free on Steam. Please play if you have the technology to, because it's a fantastic experience, I guarantee you. And it's like, it was my introduction to starting to play games too, which was fun. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Or at least PC games. I've played games before, mobile games, because I'm a fucking kid who grew up on iPhones. Or not, I didn't have my own iPhone until I was in middle school. But that was only for communication purposes, because some bad stuff happened and I needed a phone to communicate with people. But before then, I just played a lot of mobile games. Actually, I was an iPad kid, that's what it was. I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed, so if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really left after all this, I'd be super pissed. I'm so happy we can finally become an official club now. Thank you so much for this, you're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? I don't like that. I don't like the fact that I'm just going to be treated nicer just because they need a new club member. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Whatever. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone, I think it's with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over to me once more. I guess I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait. With that, I depart the clubroom and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 30 girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, this one. A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere. And there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. Do you like my poetry voice? I practiced this poem. Totally. No, I just read it once before. Okay. I remember what I was going to say now. I keep I keep seeing, like, whenever I go outside, which is not very often because I'm a shut-in, basically. Exaggeration, I'm not actually shut-in. But I see a lot of kids with phones these days, and I'm starting to feel old, but it really does feel, like, dystopian the way they're all, like, on Instagram Reels. Because I remember watching this entire family of, like, 2 parents, 12-year-old, and maybe, like, a 5-year-old. They were all on their phones, and the 5-year-old kid was just, like, laughing out loud, like, completely absorbed by the phone. And yet the 12-year-old girl or whatever, she was also on her phone. Like, that shit was scary to me. And I look over to my brother, who was with me at the time, because we were at, like, some kind of Burger King or Wendy's or whatever. And he's on his phone, and I started, like, freaking out. I'm like, dude, get off your phone. Stop being a screen dear. He's an adult, and he's older than me, by the way. But I was like, I do not like this shit. And also, that's probably why I stopped bringing my phone around as much. I definitely need it for communication purposes, but I think it'd be nice to get a flip phone, actually. But I honestly bring around my phone mainly just to listen to music, so now I have a little iPod knockoff that does that, so I don't bring around my phone on walks anymore. Anyways, I just thought that was fun. Bliss. And we're going to aim for Yuri's route because because. Just because. Oh, fuck. Oh yeah, if you didn't notice, some of the words that used to belong to Sayori got split up, which is kind of a little bit easier because Sayori was always the medium in terms of like negative to positive words for, well, not really negative to positive words, but more like, again, cutesy and complex words. And it was kind of hard to pick out, but obviously maybe that's just because I was going for Sayori. It's probably easier if it doesn't matter. Hi again. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Now it's the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, no! Okay, wait, it's normal. Never mind. Thanks. Yeah, it's normal, right? Thanks for keeping your promise. August. Oh, is this part? Okay. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Guys, if you haven't noticed, the room is kind of slanted and it's getting bigger. Just a little bit. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh my fuck! I was so focused on the room going askew, I forgot that that's also a glitch that happens. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I was more freaked out by the room getting askew earlier than Natsuki showing up like that, by the way. Ah, how things turn around, because now I know that the room's probably just going to go back to normal after a line later. You already had to be dragged here by Monica, and I don't know if you plan to come here and hang out. Yo, is Yuri part of the room and also shifting? Is that just me? Or what? But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of- Oh my god, okay, sweet, sweet Jesus, okay. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. So Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm so sorry. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yeah, I don't like that dynamic. It was so much better when Sayori was here. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club at all... Wait, what did Yuri just do? What the fuck? Maybe you would have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either. Also, I'm gonna chow down on some goldfish, so if you don't mind watching this get bigger and bigger and more tilted. Hi, back. I can now confirm that the screen is in fact getting bigger because her little hair piece here was all the way down here at some point. I can't really say no either. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book I think she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Sorry, I totally fumbled that, because this was a line that showed up before. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh! Wait, that's not what happened earlier. I don't like that. Anyways, now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica kicks off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. How do Americans just not pronounce the T? Is that just, or is it a me problem? It might just be a me problem. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. I was just rereading a bit of this, so... Yo, your eye? Your eye? Hello? Hi? Your eye? It's leaving your little eyelash here. Hi, okay, that's the book you gave me, right? The fuck? I just want to read. Okay, why is it going further than it did before? I just want to. Oh, there we go. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Oh, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant to say. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Man, I probably should have searched up how to say this beforehand, since I knew this is something I wanted to know how to pronounce. But, sorry if I pronounced it wrong. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Relatable. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. I hope not. That's kind of dark, isn't it? I don't know about dark. Probably just more gruesome. Because I feel like things can be gruesome without being dark. I don't know. Like, you know, gore for just the sake of gore. Versus, like, darker themes. I don't know. Whatever. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out from nowhere. Or I guess the 2 are sort of equivalent. I don't know what I'm saying. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind of challenges you look... I can read. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. There's going to be a jump scare, I know about this. Because the world's telling me we're all worthless anyway. She's not wrong. I'll say that. I guess. The world is full of horrible people. But that doesn't mean you have to become them, you know? And if you're worthless anyway, doesn't mean you... Oh, okay, never mind. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again, I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts... Okay. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Oh my god! I don't like this. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in the company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel a presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the comfort of my eye. Not the comfort. The corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. Okay. I was just... Okay, I know it's not showing up. It's not gonna show up. What was it? I was just bathing in your body heat. Something weird happened. You guys can go back and pause the video. I forgot about that. Well, you can go do that. Don't you? Why don't you do that? Okay. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up to Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right arm to hold the book open. Right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides on her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. I don't know about the corner of my vision. It seems like I have a full view, buddy. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? That feels so mean in some ways, but she obviously doesn't mean it like that. What am I saying? She's a fictional character, for God's sake. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continued the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side as she catches it under her own thumb. This does feel kind of peaceful. It'd be nice to read with someone. But also, I can't read. I can't read, I just skim the pages, and if I need to go line by line, I grab a piece of paper and I cover the lines below. It was a trick my writing teacher taught me a long time ago. So if it helps you, that would be nice too. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Huh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Not! God, I hate the fact I can't enunciate things. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. What else? Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came to my head. Ha ha ha. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is... Oh, I don't like that. My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. Okay, you know what? Just because I want to feel more scared, we're putting on the other earbud. During my last recording, during the middle of the playthrough, I took off one of the earphones because the jump scares were scaring me a little bit too much. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. I also need some water. Let me... Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? August? Did something happen just now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I don't like that. I don't like the way that Yuri's treated. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Actually, reading this a second time, it doesn't seem so bad what Monica's doing. Because obviously sometimes people need time to themselves, but based on what I'm intuiting, what the fuck am I trying to say? But based on what my intuition's telling me, I feel like you should care a little bit more. But obviously, this is all written this way. Oh, this is why I love the writing of this game. Okay. Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Because everything's so ambiguous. Like, you have to really read into the characters to get a guess of what they're thinking and saying. But even then, you don't really know. And it makes them feel so much more real, in a sense. I don't know. I don't know, man. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Let's go with Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in the effort. Hi. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities and things we can do better, I'm always listening. I don't like that. I don't like how you're always listening. Let's not do that. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going off with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But isn't that the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to... get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way I can always count when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean like that in like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with lots of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. Fuck. I relate to Yuri in some ways. I relate to pretty much all these characters except maybe Natsuki. I'm sorry, Natsuki. Doesn't mean I like her less. In fact, I actually like Yuri. I actually do not like Yuri more. I think she's my least favorite character. Aside from Monica, those two are competing. But obviously, I like all the characters and the way they're written. I just... Maybe as people, not much. Or maybe as people, I probably only like Sayori and maybe Monica. If, you know, Monica. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think she gets a little too stimulated. She ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. That's kind of like me. But I guess everyone has their own social battery, you know? It's just that when my social battery goes down, I tend to be really pissy. Really angry. It's been a while since it's been like that, though. Because I pace myself now. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? No, not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm so sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Sorry, I was going to mention something. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's right, because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. This is a continuation of her previous poem. You know, yeah. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing hit tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panicked. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. The D silent, probably. I don't know. I'm guessing. Also, I'm just gonna say right now for future editing or for whoever's watching this, if I cut things out, it's probably because I just said something stupid in between. Like I was just mumbling or some shit, or I was trying to form a thought and that didn't lead anywhere, so I just cut it out and nothing was important was happening. So if you see like the music changes randomly, that's probably a cut. Anyways, so what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Like again, I'm just gonna go fast over the dialogue, but I'm not gonna cut this out. It's okay. Well, that's the kind of style it's very rare. That is a lot of poems with an emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What's some inspiration behind this one? I'm not sure how to put it. It was epiphany! It was epiphany! I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems quite a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about detail like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Ugh. Alright, let's show it to Natsuki. She's been waiting for a while. Ah! That didn't show up earlier! Oh my god, stop that. Oh, I know what changed. So during my first recording, not my first recording, but like the recording before this one, I try to split evenly between Yuri and Natsuki's words. So, okay, so I guess if you don't reach a certain limit of words for Natsuki, also her dialogue changed. Before it was like, hey, you kind of did pretty okay, but now it's you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort to this? Do you think I'm stupid? Also, her eyes did not pop out like that before. Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're so proud of this, then I like to read it. Oh god, painful thing. It was so peaceful before. Fine. Get better anyway. I'll tell you what improved, but you better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, each your own, I guess. Anyway, you invest share mine. None of you probably think it's stupid. Same before. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. I'm just honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing is real serious, so people don't take my writing seriously. But it's in the point of poems to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand, but the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more women than realize. That's what makes me pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone's been. It's feeling weird, then I won't take that away from her. All that's left is Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I noticed her eyes began to lighten. Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. Really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I even... I can read. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. Sorry, I heard my brother going to the other room. I wonder if he heard me scream earlier. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. And here's a repeat. Okay. It's just a specific finger that typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up these things myself. I think the most noticeably I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their styles very deliberate. And then the words they tend to pick and write is out of separate from the topic, and then they form the words together. And then it's both the style and the expression are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammer is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's nothing you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it comes up with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing herself with me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'll share my thought process behind it. This is a repeat in Small String is for a person, which is kind of funny. But I don't know if maybe there's small changes. Maybe there are. After all, this is supposed to be a literature club. Everything's the same. All right, let's go back. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. It took you a long time to read. I don't speak. I think your handwriting's pretty. That's a relief. I'll say like the poem. Even though it's short, it's fairly descriptive. If it wasn't too short, I usually read longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'm gonna be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you a ghost, Yuri? Ooh, actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. True that, true that. In that case, perhaps this object of the poem is only symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining moment of comfort, place of comfort, unable to let go of the past and soon be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, pulling it that way. I haven't even thought about that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Now, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you. Huh. Me too. Whew! Almost hitting the 1 hour mark. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my... I don't like how the music's a little off there. For my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can tell up to theirs. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. I can speak. Natsuki's eyes furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I could guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. By the way, I'm slowing down here because, this argument's going to become important. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions? I can read, I can speak. Suggestions? I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and August did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Is it just me, or was the music supposed to be different here? Which I haven't yet. And August liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh, here's the music change, sorry. Huh? That's not what You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that August appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I didn't say this before, but I'll say this line on the second one. Why not? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as August started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that, you really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa. Be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let August hear everything you really think. I'm sure he will be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing here. August! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Okay. Okay. Okay, hi there, Monica. Hi. Hello. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? I was just about to point out, this is really cool. The way that's, like, there. What if I... Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? Yeah, really, you really ought to... Ugh. I can't even confront my own members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend some time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear, well, looks like they're done. I feel so bad for Natsuki. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to you, Natsuki, or did. August, please don't hate me. Please, I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. That's not reassuring. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It's kind of sounds like you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri. It's not like that. It's not that. I just didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with August. It would be embarrassing with you listening in. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but... I don't know! That was a lot sooner than I thought. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Sweet. Alright. Hi guys. Bye guys, I guess. Or not yet. Oh man. Okay. Well, that was that. I'll take a little break. I'll see if I have enough time to record another session. Hopefully I will. And I'll see you guys next time. And hopefully I won't delete the recording this time. I swear to fucking God. Alright, bye-bye.